this idea isn't exclusively mine or anything, but I remember having a chat a few years ago with a guy who worked for Yamaha, and he was suggesting that I should try an Ampeg SVT and put a Klon in front of it. This was something that they tried apparently at the Yamaha headquarters in Milton Keynes, and he said it's a real thing. And then if you look back at the sort of history of Dumble and stuff, some of their amps were based on SVTs and some of them were based on sort of PV kind of transformers and stuff like that. So the concept is that we take the Line 6 litigator preamp, which is sort of a theoretical Dumble style preamp, and with these settings, so we've got the drive at 5, bass at 7.8, mids at 5, treble at 5, master at 5, channel volume at 7.5, sag at 5, and hum at 5. And go into just the amp version of so not an amp and cab, this is just the amp of the Ampeg SVT 4 Pro. Now you could try the other ones as well. There's no reason that this wouldn't work on the other SVT models, the older classic ones. I got the drive up at 8.8, the bass at 9.8, the mid at 5, the mid frequency at 2, the treble at 5, channel volume at 7.6, adjust that for volume, it's a super high headroom kind of preset, master at 8.8 to get some more kind of compression, ultra low on, ultra high on, bright off for this particular snapshot, and the EQ I'm boosting 33 Hz by 5.6, 7.7 by 80 Hz, 2.7 by 150 Hz, and then everything else kind of flat. Then I'm going into a dual cab, which is the matchless H30 with a 57, distance at 1, reflections up at 30%. And then the other side of a matchless cab, 160 ribbon and 1-inch distance, 40% reflections. And then into a glitz reverb. Obviously you could adjust that sort of stuff to taste. You get something that sounds like this. So just a really big, bubbly clean. It's not going to feel super easy to play necessarily because we've got quite high headroom. I think you could try chucking up the sag on here if you wanted something a bit more compressed feeling, and maybe also you could try turning on the bright switch, and also here I got a Minotaur chucking into that, and the bright switch comes on for this as well, and then you get like the sound of the Klon. So 4 is where I've got the gain, 5.6 the tone level at 5. This shapes the tone a little bit and gets rid of some of the bass. As well as giving us a boost. And so again without that on the bright. So that for me is like the biggest kind of clean headroom tone that I could imagine being possible on the Helix. You know, use that bass amp, you know, it's a bit unconventional maybe, but I think for sure it's got something. I think it also screams that kind of classy, awesome sounding, two-rock style clean tone. So give that a try maybe. I've got a Bucket Brigade in there just doing some slapback stuff as well. I imagine this would work really well into a power cab, maybe because it's not compressing, and yeah, it's just actually, to me, when I listen back to it, does have a lot of that amp stuff going on. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully that's useful for your Sunday. I will try and do something vaguely similar on the Pod Go. It may not be possible, but this will work for Helix or HX Stomp and Helix Native. I'll drop this into the folder if someone leaves a comment asking me to. Cheers. Feel free to like and subscribe. I think that would be a way to let me know this was useful. Cheers.